participants now? Is your team okay with that? Sorry, Ferdy, I can't hear you. I think you can hear the participants now. Is that okay? Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today, despite the very bad weather here in northern Luzon. Um, we begin by welcoming everyone here today on behalf of the Commission on Higher Education Regional Office 1 and UI GreenMetric World University Rankings. It is our great pleasure to welcome you to today's regional information session on the UI GreenMetric Sustainable University Rankings for Higher Education Institutions in Region 1 Philippines. This event forms part of ASEAN Month 2026, where CHED Regional Office 1 proudly launches Project Link for ASEAN 2026, leveraging international networks and knowledge, a month-long internationalization initiative designed to strengthen regional cooperation, expand global engagement, and deepen ASEAN awareness among higher education institutions in Region 1. Through Project Link, CHED RO1 reaffirms its commitment to building globally connected, future-ready, and sustainable higher education institutions by fostering meaningful partnerships with international organizations such as UI Green Metric. My name is Chloe Marie Eufana, Project Technical Staff 3 for Internationalization of CHED Regional Office 1, and I have the pleasure of serving as your moderator for today's session. Today's information session is an important opportunity for our higher education institutions to gain the latest updates on the 2026 UA Green Metric Sustainable University Rankings, including the introduction of its newest assessment category, governance and digitalization, and to learn practical strategies for strengthening institutional sustainability initiatives aligned with the Sustainable Development Goals. More importantly, this session allows us to engage directly with the leadership and experts behind UI Green Metric, providing valuable insights that can help our universities further elevate their sustainability performance and international visibility. Allow me to extend our warmest welcome to our distinguished guests, Dr. Vishnu Juwano, Chairperson of the UI Green Metric World University Rankings. Sadly, he has an unexpected meeting, but he is ably represented by Dr. Abelia Angi Wardani, Vice Chairperson of UI Green Metric World University Rankings, and CHED RO1's Regional Director, Dr. Cherry Melanie Anteta Diego, CESO 3, together with university presidents, vice presidents, faculty members, and international relations officers and representatives from higher education institutions across Region 1. We are truly honored by your presence. So for today's program, we have three parts. The first is we shall hear the welcoming messages from the chair by the vice chairperson of UA Green Metric and our regional director, ably represented by supervising education program specialist engineer Angelica Dolores. And second, we will proceed to the main presentation of the 2026 UA Green Metric indicators, questionnaire updates, and data submission process. And finally, we will conclude with an interactive question and answer session where participants may raise questions through the Zoom Q&A feature. We encourage everyone to actively participate throughout today's discussion. But before we start, let us take a moment for the opening prayer, followed by the singing of the Philippine National Anthem, the CHED Hymn, and the ASEAN Hymn.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for gathering us all today in this important endeavor. We ask that you bestow your guidance and blessing upon each attendee. May we honor one another by keeping an open mind. May we voice our truth and listen with an open heart. Bless everyone present today, that each may be able to share his or her contributions and gifts. Grant good health and safety to loved ones left outside this room, and bestow peace and goodwill to all of us. We ask for your wisdom and grace to use our talents for the betterment of others. May the various activities related to this day be a success through your intervention. With gratitude, we offer this prayer in your name. Amen.
I now give the floor to the UIGM team for their presentation.
Welcome. During this event, please pay attention to the following safety induction protocols. Make sure your seating position feels comfortable and does not have potential to cause spinal problems. Adjust the lighting of your computer or smartphone screen so that your eyes are comfortable. Make sure the stove, lamp, air conditioner and other electrical equipment are in the safe condition and do not have potential to cause a fire. Make sure you know the emergency response procedure when there is an emergency such as fire and earthquake. In the event of an earthquake, please stay calm and observe your surroundings. Avoid walls and windows. Immediately take cover under a table, a chair, or sturdy construction to protect your head and body until the earthquake completely stops. If fire occurs, extinguish it immediately with available fire extinguisher. But if it is not possible, please immediately evacuate and contact the fire department. In every emergency situation, you must remain calm and always be alert. Immediately get out of the room or building by following the evacuation sign and gather at the available gathering point. Please don't carry heavy loads and take off your high-heeled shoes. By knowing safety induction early, we can avoid accidents. Have a fruitful discussion. Thank you.
Committed, dedicated, empowered. At CHED Regional Office 1, the Filipino learner comes first. Equity, innovation, excellence, local impact, global vision. This is our mission. CHED Regional Office 1, dedicated to shape the excellent Filipino learner. Our vision is to contribute to the greater goal of the Commission, which is to build a Philippine higher education system that is equitable, that produces locally responsive, innovative, and globally competitive graduates and lifelong learners. Guided by the Achieve Agenda, CHED Regional Office 1 is achieving excellence to produce future-proof human capital. The region has 93 higher education institutions which are distributed across the 4 provinces of Ilocos Norte, Ilocos Sur, La Union, and Pangasinan. The region is also home to 3 HEIs with autonomous status and 1 HEI with deregulated status. The region is further distinguished by HEIs recognized as centers of excellence and centers of development across a wide range of programs, particularly in disciplines that directly respond to the region's priority needs and development goals. At Region 1, we live our vision. This is a story of how we achieve excellence by empowering every student and supporting every institution. A for Advanced Lifelong Learning. To support advanced and accessible lifelong learning, the Commission has been pouring efforts to ensure that higher education remains flexible, accessible, and responsive across all stages of life. In support of this agenda, the region is served by 12 deputized HEIs under the ETIAP and 3 HEIs authorized to offer ODEL programs. These institutions advance flexible learning pathways, micro-credentials, recognition of prior learning, and continuing professional development programs. C for Centralized Human Capital and Talent Development. CHED champions the growth of human capital by taking a more coordinated, data-driven, and centralized approach. As the implementing arm of the Commission, the region is continuously ensuring that all deserving students receive the support they need to continue their studies. H for Harmonized Research and Development Agenda. This agenda envisions HEIs as unified engines of knowledge and innovation. Research priorities are integrated with national development goals and the UN Sustainable Development Goals, ensuring that academic pursuits make a real difference in society. CHED R1, through its R1 Shares initiative, underscores the importance of building capacity among researchers and students. I for Inclusive and Impact-Driven Internationalization. Through our enhanced internationalization strategies, 18 HEIs in the region have increasingly secured recognition in various international ranking bodies. We are also proud to highlight that CHED Regional Office 1 was honored as the Best Regional Office for Internationalization at the 2025 Icons Awards. E for Expanded and Integrated Real-Time Collection and Analysis. Through the comprehensive data collection mechanisms of CHED Regional Office 1, the capabilities of HEIs in the region are systematically mapped and analyzed accordingly. V for Vitalized Internal Systems. Vitalized internal systems breathe new life into our governance and operations. With streamlined processes, modernized administrative practices, and digital innovation, our office is now more responsive to the evolving demands of higher education. E for Effective and Efficient Public Service. Finally, at the core of CHED's mission is excellence through service. By emphasizing evidence-based decision-making, performance monitoring, and strict compliance with national standards, we ensure that programs and projects are meaningful and impactful. This commitment is reflected in the positive feedback from our stakeholders. Through the Achieve Agenda, CHED Region 1 ensures that every graduate is not just a degree holder, but a globally competitive professional. We are Region 1. We are the North. We achieve.
"1745 universities across 105 countries have recognized that sustainability is not an aspiration, it is a responsibility. UI GreenMetric exists to measure it, benchmark it, and advance it. Established in 2010, UI GreenMetric is the world's leading university sustainability ranking. We assess institutions across 7 indicators, each weighted to reflect real-world sustainability impact, providing your institution with actionable data, not just a score.
UI GreenMetric has evolved into a massive global ecosystem. Through the Sustainable University Rankings, we unite thousands of institutions worldwide. But it is your dedication, research, and campus initiatives that truly drive change. I invite your institutions to step forward and join our growing global family. Together we are shaping a resilient, sustainable future.
Joining UI GreenMetric means more than submitting data. Our team provides dedicated guidance through the assessment process, helps institutions identify gaps in their sustainability performance, and offers benchmarking insights drawn from over a decade of global data. We work with you, not just for a ranking, but for lasting institutional impact. Our global network connects sustainability leaders through high-level workshops and national forums, creating spaces where evidence, policy, and practice converge. Top-performing institutions are recognized at our international and national awards ceremonies, events that carry real weight in the global academic community and signal to stakeholders, funders, and prospective students that your institution leads on sustainability. UI GreenMetric amplifies your institution's sustainability milestones through Green News, our dedicated media platform, and through Green Reads, We contribute peer-reviewed research to global academia, including publications through Springer, ensuring that the work happening on your campus reaches scholars and policymakers worldwide. Join 1745 institutions already measuring, improving, and leading. GreenMetric, advancing sustainability for Earth. Introducing the reimagined GreenMetric, a cleaner, sharper, and more intuitive experience built for the global sustainability community. Stay updated with our green news. Get the latest insights on GreenMetric movements, inspiring collaborations, and ongoing sustainability dialogues from around the world. More than a ranking platform, GreenMetric is now a dedicated medium for building networks, a space where universities, researchers, and sustainability leaders come together to exchange ideas and create lasting impact. Explore our solutions page to discover services tailored for your goals, ranging from comprehensive university and city or regency packages to collaborative strategy event hosting. Ready to take the next step? Reach out to us through the Contact Us page to explore potential collaborations. Discover the Sustainability Hub and join the movement shaping a sustainable future. Visit uegreenmetric.com.
Thank you, UIGM team. So to formally commence today's information session, it is my distinct honor to invite the chairperson of UI GreenMetric World University Rankings, Dr. Vishnu Juwano, to deliver his welcome remarks. Dr. Vishnu?
Yeah, okay. Sorry, I cannot unmute yet for myself. Thank you so much for participating. So, good morning, everyone. Especially the distinguished officials from the Commission on Higher Education of the Philippines. Yeah, Honorable President of the University of Southern Philippines, distinguished university leaders, respective faculty members, researchers, students, and especially the speakers, in this case, Dr. Kenya and Chita Diego, which will be represented by Mrs. Angela, if I'm not mistaken, and also speakers from GreenMetric, Ms. Sabrina Hikmah Ramadianti, Dr. Rahmi, and the moderator, Mrs. Chloe Maria Hufana. It's a great pleasure and genuine honor to be with you today. Whenever I visit the Philippines or engage with colleagues from this remarkable country, I'm reminded of one simple truth. The Philippines is not only a nation of more than 7,600 islands, it's also a nation of ideas. Ideas that emerge from classrooms, ideas that are tested in laboratories, ideas that are refined through research, and ultimately, ideas that improve the lives of millions of people. That is why that the future of the Philippines will not be written only in government offices or corporate boardrooms. It will also be written on university campuses. According to the Commission on Higher Education, the Philippine Day has more than 2,000 higher education institutions, making it one of the largest and most vibrant higher education systems in Southeast Asia. Combined with the country's young, dynamic populations, this represents one of the Philippines' greatest strategic advantage for the decades ahead. Yet the true question before us is no longer whether you produce graduates. The real question is this: can universities produce solutions? Solutions for cleaner cities, solutions for resilient communities, solutions for sustainable industries, solutions for food security, solutions for climate adaptations. Because these are no longer tomorrow's challenges, they are today's reality. The World Bank reminds us that the Philippines is among the countries most exposed to climate-related risks, with climate change threatening infrastructure, livelihoods, and long-term economic growth if decisive action is not taken. In this context, universities have been extraordinarily responsible not only to educate, but to anticipate, not only to conduct research, but to transform research into public value, not only to prepare students for jobs, but to prepare leaders capable of building sustainable future. Ladies and gentlemen, this is precisely why I have always admired the commitment shown by Philippine universities. Within the global GreenMetric community, the Philippines has become one of the most active and inspiring contributors. Today, if I'm not mistaken, 21 universities from the Philippines are participating in the GreenMetric Sustainable University Ranking 2025, alongside 1,745 universities from 105 countries across the globe. These numbers represent far more than participation. They represent leadership. They represent trust. They represent a shared belief that sustainability should become part of every university's DNA, not only in campus operations, but also in education, research, innovation, governance, and community engagement. At GreenMetric, we are particularly inspired by the diversity of Philippine universities. From Luzon to Visayas and Mindanao, institutions have demonstrated that sustainability is not defined by the size of campus or the scale of its budgets. It is defined by vision, by commitment, and by the willingness to innovate for the benefit of society. The University of Southern Philippines is part of this important journey. Its participation reflects a broader movement taking place across the Philippines, one of which universities are embracing sustainability not as an international obligation, but as national opportunity. This is exactly the spirit that GreenMetric seeks to cultivate. Our mission has never been simply to measure university. Our mission is to connect them, to create a global community where institutions learn from one another, exchange good practices, collaborate across borders, and collectively accelerate the achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals. Because sustainability is not a race, it is a partnership. Ladies and gentlemen, the greatest universities are not remembered because they had the tallest building, nor because they occupy the highest position in rankings. They are remembered because they changed the direction of society. I believe Philippine University possess that potential, not merely to become leaders in Southeast Asia, but to become global references in sustainable higher education, climate resilience, community engagement, and innovation for the global south. GreenMetric is proud to walk alongside you in that journey. Together, let us strengthen research. Together, let us inspire innovation. Together, let us build universities that do not simply respond to the future, but help create it. Thank you very much. Maraming salamat po. May your May your invitation be productive, inspiring, and filled with meaningful collaborations. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Vishnu, for your inspiring message and for continuously leading the global movement toward more sustainable universities. And we hope more Filipino HEIs will join your rankings for 2026. So it is now my pleasure to invite the Supervising Education Program Specialist of the Commission on Higher Education Regional Office 1, Engineer Angelica Q. Dolores, to deliver her welcome remarks on behalf of our Regional Director, Dr. Cherry Melanie Ancheta Diego Sesothi. Ma'am Angie, the virtual floor is now yours. Ma'am Angie, you're on mute po.
By the
Okay.
admin should be.
Good morning once again. A pleasant
Morning,
morning
ma'am.
to everyone. To our esteemed partners from UI GreenMetric, led by Dr. Vishnu Chuono, the chairperson of UI GreenMetrics, Dr. Abelia Angi Wardani, vice chairperson of the UI GreenMetric World University Rankings, our distinguished speakers, Ms. Sabrina Hikmwa Ramandianti and Dr. Rami, presidents, sustainability officers, and representatives of our higher education institutions, colleagues from the Commission on Higher Education, Regional Office 1, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. On behalf of the Commission on Higher Education, Regional Office 1, and our Regional Director, Dr. Cherry Melanie Ancheta Diego, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to this UI GreenMetric Regional Information Session. We are honored to partner with UI GreenMetric in bringing this important initiative closer to our higher education institutions in Region 1. This event forms part of the CHED Regional Office 1's Project Link for ASEAN 2026, that is leveraging international networks and knowledge. This is a flagship month-long internationalization initiative in celebration of ASEAN Month. Through this initiative, the CHED Regional Office 1 seeks to strengthen regional cooperation, expand international partnerships, and accelerate the international efforts of higher education institutions in Region 1, fostering globally connected and sustainability-driven campuses. Today, sustainability is no longer measured solely by what we teach inside the classroom. It is reflected in how our institutions are governed, how we utilize technology, how we manage our resources, and how we prepare future generations to become responsible global citizens. As of the 2025 rankings, 14 Philippine higher education institutions from Region 1 have earned a place in the UI GreenMetric Sustainable University Rankings, demonstrating the country's growing commitment to environmental stewardship and sustainable campus development. We aspire to see even more institutions from Region 1 join this global community, not merely to be ranked, but to benchmark, innovate, collaborate, and continuously improve alongside leading universities around the world. This initiative strongly supports the Commission's Achieve 2030 agenda, particularly our commitment to building globally competitive, future-ready, and sustainable higher education institutions. Through international partnerships such as this, we create opportunities for our HEIs to embrace global standards, strengthen institutional governance, harness digital transformation, and cultivate a culture of sustainability that extends beyond our campuses and into our communities. Today's session is more than an orientation on the UI GreenMetric methodology. It is an invitation for our institutions to rethink how sustainability can be embedded into every aspect of university life, from governance and operations to instruction, research, extension, and international engagement. I encourage each participating institution to maximize this opportunity. Learn from our experts, ask questions, exchange ideas, and begin charting your own sustainability journey. Every meaningful initiative, no matter how small, contributes to a greener campus, a more resilient institution, and ultimately, a more sustainable future for our nation. To our partners from our UI GreenMetric, thank you for your continued commitment to empowering universities around the world through collaboration and knowledge sharing. We deeply value this partnership and look forward to strengthening it in the years ahead. Together, let us transform our campuses into living laboratories of sustainability and innovation, where excellence is measured not only by academic achievement, but also by our positive impact on people, communities, and the planet. Once again, welcome to everyone, and I wish you all a fruitful and inspiring information session. Thank you and magandang umaga, everyone.
Thank you, Ma'am Angie, for your message. Truly, we still have a long way to go, especially in recognizing the partnership between CHED and UI Green Metrics. Let's proceed to the meat of today's session. It is my pleasure to introduce our distinguished speaker, Ms. Sabrina Hikma Ramadianti. Ms. Sabrina currently serves as the Manager for Program Partnerships and Missions at UI Green Metric World University Rankings. She has been a part of UI Green Metric since 2017, beginning as an international communication and sustainability analyst before advancing to coordinator and eventually to her present leadership role. Throughout her career, she has played a significant role in GreenMetric's international partnerships, expanding its global engagement, coordinating sustainability programs, and supporting the development of green campus standards adopted by universities worldwide. Beyond UI Green Metric, she has also contributed to several flagship initiatives under Indonesia's Ministry of Education and Culture, including serving as a founding team member and regional program coordinator for Asia of the Indonesian International Student Mobility Awards, as well as assistant to the deputy chairman of the Campus Merdeka program. Earlier in her career, she also gained valuable experience in renewable energy through geothermal field analysis. This morning, Ms. Sabrina will discuss the latest updates on UI Green Metric Sustainable University Rankings 2026, the new governance and digitalization category, the questionnaire and data submission process, and practical strategies for universities to strengthen their sustainability performance while contributing to the sustainable development goals. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in warmly welcoming Ms. Sabrina Hikma Ramadianti. The virtual floor is
Okay, thank you, Chloe, Miss Chloe. First of all, maybe I would like to thank you first to all committee and also for you for the Regional Office Philippine Commissioner Higher Education. It's great to have uh, event with you all, and hello everyone from Philippine University. Let me introduce myself again. My name is Sabrina Hikmah Ramadianti. On this occasion, allow me to share information on UI GreenMetric Sustainable University Ranking, including updates on the new criteria, timeline, and the opportunity for collaboration. Okay, I would like to start with what UI Metric is. Maybe you have know about it, but maybe some of you is new with the UI Metric. It is a global university ranking initiated by Universitas Indonesia in 2010 to measure sustainability performance. Unlike the traditional rankings such as QS or THE, which focus on research and reputation, Metric evaluates how university manage infrastructure, environment, and education to support sustainability. Its goal is to raise awareness, encourage improvement, promote data transparency, and inspire university to become role models in sustainable development. Okay, our vision is to become an open and respected global university ranking system with a meaningful impact on sustainability. Our four core mission are organizing annual ranking for sure, and promoting sustainability practices, providing sustainability related services, and fostering international partnership. Through this effort, we support the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals and contribute to addressing global environmental challenges. In 2026, the Sustainable University ranking are assessed based on seven main criteria with the following distribution: setting and infrastructure 11%, energy and climate change 20%, water 11%, and waste 17%, education and research 13%, transportation 17%, and the new criteria in 2026 is governance and digitalization is 11%. Again, in the next section, I will present insight on the data development of the UI Grammatic Sustainable University Ranking, including participation and progress in the Philippines. By 2025, a total of 1,745 universities from 105 countries participated in the UI Grammatic ranking, marking a significant increase from 2024. For your information, we are pleased to inform you uh, that the number of participating university has increased again this year. This growing participation gives us a great enthusiasm as it reflects the strong commitment and continued trust of higher education institutions to work together in advancing sustainable campus worldwide. The official participation figures will be announced during the UI Grammatic result announcement in Azerbaijan. Okay, let's move the distribution. It is still the 2025 data, while Asia represented our largest participant base with 1,061 universities. We also maintain a strong presence in Europe and also Latin America. This slide presents the global top 10 university in the UI Grammatic 2025 ranking. The first position is occupied by Wageningen University ranking, followed by University College Cork in second place and Nottinghamton University in the third place. The top 10 universities are still dominated by universities from Europe and America. However, there remain significant opportunity for universities from Asia, including the Philippines, maybe to enter the global top in the future. Distinguished participant, here is the visualization of the distribution of the UI GreenMetric 2025 participants for Asia and Oceania. A total of 1,063 universities in Asia and Oceania participated, with Indonesia ranking first with 196 participants, followed by Pakistan with 107 and Malaysia with 91 81, and Philippines itself 89. It is a great number. With this information session, we hope in the next cycle number of Philippines university can be more. Okay, furthermore, the Philippines ranked fourth of the countries with the highest number of participants in the UI GreenMetric Sustainable University ranking in 2025, with a total of 89 participants participating university. Based on the mapping, the participating university are distributed across various regions throughout the Philippines. The participation of Philippine University has shown remarkable progress over the years, growing from zero participant in 2010 to a peak of 89 participating university in 2025. Okay, this slide presents the top 10 university in the Philippines according to the UI GreenMetric Sustainable University Ranking 2025. The first position is occupied by the De La Salle University das Marinas, followed by Mariano Marcos State University. In second place, and Batangas State University, the National Engineering University, in the third place. On the next slide, I will explain what drive universities to get involved in your metric, or means what you get the benefit from your metric. Your metric provide a structured data-driven assessment tool to help university measure their sustainable performance. This assessment promotes transparency, support continuous improvement, and allows universities to compare their achievements against global standard and peer institutions. Your metric is much more than a sustainability ranking. We see it roadmap for strategic information transformation. The journey began when a university participated in the UI GreenMetric ranking. Through our comprehensive indicator, universities are able to measure and benchmark their sustainable performance against peers around the world. The collected data then helps institutions identify both their strengths and the area that require further improvement. Instead of simply in producing a ranking position, the result provide a valuable insight for strategic planning and evidence-based decision making. Based on this insight, the university can implement sustainability initiatives across different aspects of campus operation, including governance, infrastructure, energy, wastewater, transportation, and education. As this initiative mature, institutions strengthen their reputation and expand collaboration opportunities through international partnership, research network, and knowledge exchange with other universities. Ultimate, this continuous improvement process lead to long-term institutional transformation. University become more resilient, more sustainable, and better prepared to contribute to national and global sustainable development goals. At the same time, the data and achievement generated through UI Agrimetric can be leveraged to strengthen institutional credibility, support government engagement, participate in international consortia, and communicate a sustainability commitment to stakeholder. In other words, UI Agrimetric is not the final destination. It is the strategic platform that enable university to continuously improve, collaborate globally, and create lasting institutional impact. Okay, next is UI Grammatic encourage university to integrate the sustainable development goals into their core mission. Our ranking criteria are closely aligned with the SDGs. For example, the education and research criteria has the broadest SDG coverage, contributing to 13 of the 17 sustainable development goals. Furthermore, participation in UI GreenMetric boosts global visibility and institutional reputation. By showing leadership in sustainability, university gain international recognition through ranking, publication, and global forum. As seen in the slide, Erlangga University in Indonesia and the University of Groningen in the Netherlands, this visibility strengthens credibility and helps attract partnerships, student, and funding opportunities. Beyond feasibility, participating university gain access to a strong global network that support collaboration and peer learning in sustainability. These connections are actively built through major international events such as the International Leaders Sustainability Meeting in Abu Dhabi in the slide, and the right of the picture is international workshop on UI grammatic in 2025 in Nice, France, and the center one is the international workshop on UI grammatic in Universitas Diponegoro. This gathering play a crucial core role as space where best practices are shared and meaningful. Long-term international partnership are formed. In the next slide, I will present an overview of the indicator description and introduce the new indicator in the UI Grammatic Sustainable University ranking for 2026. In 2026, the working of the setting and international infrastructure criteria was adjusted from 15% to 11%. The primary focus remained on the ratio of open space, campus vegetation, and inclusive facilities for people with disabilities, special needs, and pregnant women. And the energy and climate change criteria now carries a 20% weighting. We remain committed to prioritizing energy efficiency equipment, implementing smart building technology, and increasing the use of renewable energy on campus. Moving on the waste criteria in the 2026, our focus remains on the effectiveness of the 3R program, reduce, use, recycle, and how the university minimize paper and plastic use. We also assess the extent to which organic, inorganic, and toxic waste battery is managed responsibly. In the water criteria, the assessment weighting is set at 11%. The assessment focus on the extent of water absorption areas, conservation program, and the use of water saving equipment on campus. For the transportation criteria, assessments focus on reducing private vehicle use, providing shuttle services, and ensuring the availability of zero-emission vehicle or ZEVs and pedestrian path. The criteria will place greater emphasis on concrete on the ground actions to reduce emissions. The education and research criteria now more precisely assess academic output. Key indicators include the ratio of sustainability courses, scientific publication, and the number of student-led startup. We have also begun monitoring the percentage of graduates employed in green job. It should be noted that this criteria purely assess academic and service aspects. This is our news criteria in 2026, governance and digitalization. Here we assess management commitment through the percentage of the sustainability budget, the availability of transparent financial report, and the role of management unit. The use of cutting edge the technology like AI and IoT is also new assessment point as are issues of equality through the ratio of female leaders and anti-corruption system. This criteria is new, home for all website reporting and ICT indicator that were previously spread across various other categories. Okay, the data submission period will be period has been conducted online from February 26 to June 30, 2026. Meanwhile, the data validation period will be conducted from July to August 2026. The ranking result will be announced in September 2026 in Baku. So we invite you to join our announcement, global announcement in Baku, Azerbaijan. You can find the registration form in our website or social media, or we have sent invitation to all of you. This year, in our review process, what distinguishes us from other ranking in terms of quality control is that our reviewer are not only from Universitas Indonesia but also from outside Universitas Indonesia. Well, this timeline applies to 2026. The official schedule for 2027 has not yet been confirmed. Nevertheless, we expect the overall timeline to be broadly similar. We are excited to unveil our newly redesigned website, which offers a more and user-friendly experience. You can now access all our last data rankings and even updates at our new official address, uigreenmetric.com. This platform is designed to better support our global community in our shared mission for a greener future. As previously, participations in the ranking entirely free of charge in 2026. We will announce again for 2027. Then the data collection is conducted exclusively online. For universities that have previously participated in the UI Grammatic ranking, the username and password remain unchanged. However, if your university is new to the UI Grammatic ranking, you can register your university via our new website, uigreenmetric.com/register/university, or send us an email at support@uigreenmetric.com. On the next slide, I will explain our service package information to you. Our ranking is free, but we provide a service package for a university that need suggestion or more comment with our assessor. Our service covers 6 criteria section, including consulting, ranking tracker, tree rating, event, global branding, and SDGs reports. To access this service, we offer silver, gold, and platinum package. The silver package includes one online consultation. The gold package includes 2 consultation. The platinum package offers 3 consultation and additional 3 rating certificate. We are confident that this service can help your university improve its sustainability program. We also have an SDGs report service package. The package includes comprehensive guidance for data collection and the preparation of an SDGs report book aligned with international standard. For information about our service package price, please feel free to contact us at the partnership@uigreenmetric.com, or you can send message to our number, this number with the WhatsApp application as well. For 2026, UI GreenMetric has various programs and activities at encouraging the global movement and towards sustainable campus transformation, as shown in this slide. And UI GreenMetric is very open to inviting university around the world to become host, sponsor, and participants in several events for which registration and participation are now open. Maybe I would like to highlight even in Germany, if you have visa Schengen visa, you can join our event. This is the big event for UI Grammatic, the UI Grammatic Sustainable University workshop. We collaborate with Umwelt Campus Birkenfeld. I think this Umwelt Campus Birkenfeld is one of the top 5 in UI GreenMetric, or top 10 in UI GreenMetric. And then for another event, and this is the big event as well in UI GreenMetric, is the global annual announcement ranking. This year we will conduct it in Azerbaijan, Baku. You can join if you are not participating in your agrimetric. It's open. It's welcome you to join our event as well. Yeah. And we have many workshop in national workshop in various country, like in Turkey, Mexico, Colombia, Brazil, and others. Okay, here are some important links to our methodology, questionnaire, and service package information on our website. And you can contact us as well in email or WhatsApp number here. Thank you all for your attention. We are very open to any question and would be happy to discuss further partnership and collaboration opportunity with you. And in the Q&A session, I will be together with Dr. Rahmi, our manager for operation data and service development. Thank you. I will be give to the Miss Koya again.
Thank you, Mr. Brina, for that comprehensive and insightful presentation. Before we proceed to our discussion, we invite everyone to watch a short video showcasing the program, services, and global impact of UI Green Metric. And while the video is playing, we encourage everyone to submit your questions using the Q&A feature in the chat box, and we will address as many questions as time permits immediately after the video. Thank you. Thank you so much. As of yet, we don't have any questions from the participants, but there we go. So I will ask a few questions. But before that, let us welcome back Miss Sabrina. And joining her is Dr. Rami, Manager of Operations, Data, and Service Development of UI Green Metric World University Rankings. Dr. Rami oversees sustainability data governance, operational quality, and service innovation for UI Green Metric. She is likewise an assistant professor at Universitas Indonesia's Department of Library and Information Science, where her research focuses on human information behavior, crisis informatics, artificial intelligence, and big data applications. With her extensive experience in university rankings management and sustainability data systems, she brings invaluable expertise to today's discussion. Ladies and gentlemen, let us now begin our question and answer portion. So first question is from UCU, Princess Sarah Medina Quintana. How does UI Green Metric verify and validate the sustainability data submitted by universities?
I may answer these questions. Thank you very much for the questions from UCU, Princess Sarah Medina Quintana. Yeah, in general, UI GreenMetric verifies submitted sustainability data through an evidence-based review by its assessors. So the assessors itself, coming from the University of Indonesia professors, which is expert in the field of, for example, wastewater and also in the category of UI grammatic. So more specifically, universities must support most questionnaires responses with relevant evidence, such as official documents or maybe data sets, maps, photographs, or publicly accessible links. So assessors then can check whether the evidence is complete, clear, quantitative, and consistent with the selected answer. Any missings or insufficient evidence may result in a reduced score for that indicators. So for example, if your university claims that more than 75% of its reduce, reuse, and recycle waste program has been implemented, the photographs of recycling bins alone may not be sufficient. The university should also provide information on the scope of implementations, locations, reporting period, program records, or any measurable results. And the final score itself is then determined by using the predefined scoring scale for that indicators. So the point is that UI Grandmetric primarily validates data through documentary and quantitative evidence, and then our assessors check it, and then all of the guideline for 2026 you can find in our new website. The 2026 guideline maybe doesn't describe routine on-site verifications for every participating university. So yes, basically we verify through the documents and the evidence submitted by the university. I hope that answer your questions, Princess.
Thank you, Dr. Rami. Another related question to that is from Mariano Marcos State University, Ma'am Arlene Gonzalez. What is the mechanism of UIGM in scoring and validating the data submitted?
Okay, thank you very much for the questions, Ms. Gonzalez. So in general, UI Grandmetric uses a standardized scoring system combined with the evidence-based validations. Each indicator has predefined response options, formulas, or numeric ranges. So after submissions, the score for each indicator is calculated according to those rules and then weighted under the relevant category to produce the university's overall score. So for validations, assessors review the supporting evidence to determine whether it is relevant, like I said before, complete, quantitative, and consistent with the answer selected. The evidence may include the official report, data set, photograph, or any publicly accessible link. So if the evidence is missing or doesn't adequately support the claim, the score for that item may be reduced. So yes, for example, I'll give you more example. So if a university selects the highest score for organic waste treatment, it should provide data showing the amount of waste produced and treated and the treatment method and any supporting records or photographs. And then the assessors then compare the evidence with the scoring threshold stated in the guideline before confirming the scores. And the key principle in here is that the selected answer, calculations, reporting period, and supporting evidence must be all consistent. I hope that answer your questions, Ms. Gonzalez.
Thank you, Dr. Rami. We have two questions from Pangasinan State University. The first is from Sir Ivan. Is it possible to conduct on-site validation for UI GreenMetric since it would be more valid to see the actual context of the universities instead of seeing prepared documents?
Understood. It is very interesting questions. Yeah, thank you for your questions, Mr. Quitlong. Yes, in general, on-site validations could provide valuable contextual understanding, especially for facilities or maybe any what do you call it, campus infrastructure. So in the 2026 UI GreenMetric guideline, if you refer to our guideline, it doesn't describe routine on-site validations for every participating university because the current process primarily relies on standardized questionnaire responses and supporting evidence review by assessors. But like Ms. Sabrina said before, we have several services that you could subscribe. For example, like consultations package, whether the assessors can visit your university and then you can show the infrastructure around campus and then when the assessors validate it by on-site, and then if there is more suggestion by the assessor from UI GreenMetric, and you can implement it through the questionnaire, then it will be good. But especially on-site validations is require not only budget but also the ability of the assessors to move to one place to the other. So yeah, more specifically, universities are expected to provide clear and verifiable materials such as official documents or maybe any links that related to the category or indicators. So yes, on-site may be useful suggestions for future methodological development or for selected cases, but for the current guideline, it should not be presented as a standard validations mechanism. So for the future cycle, universities should focus on making their documentary and quantitative evidence sufficiently detailed to reflect the actual campus context. Or maybe my colleague want to add, Ms.
Yeah,
Sabrina?
sure. Thank you, Dr. Rahmi. While on-site validation could certainly provide additional insight into university sustainability thesis, it is not feasible for UI GreenMetric to conduct site visit for every participating university, considering the large number of institutions from around the world. Uh, Therefore, our assessment is primarily based on standard indicators supporting evidence and a true review and validation process to ensure fairness and consistency across all participants. But like Dr. Rahmi mentioned, however, for university that would like more in-depth guidance, feedback, or expert recommendation to improve their sustainability performance, we are always happy to collaborate through our UI GreenMetric service package. Through this scheme, our team can work more closely with university by providing consultation, recommendation, and where appropriate and on-site visit to better understand their campus context and support their sustainability transformation. Our goal is not only to assess sustainability performance, but also to support universities in continuously improving their sustainability journey. Maybe it is my additional part.
Thank you, Dr. Rami and Ms. Sabrina. So a follow-up question from Mariano Marcos State University, Ma'am Erlene. They have experience in the recent submission that some of the data inputs in the dashboard went missing. Will UIGM consider the values or evidence attached in the absence of values or data in the questionnaire?
Okay. So missing values in the submission dashboard. So thank you for this sharing this concern, Ms. Gonzalez. The evidence file support and validates the value entered in the questionnaire, but it should not automatically be assumed to replace the missing questionnaire values. Based on our guideline, it doesn't state that assessors must reconstruct a missing value from the attachment, but these situations should be reported directly to the UI GreenMetric Secretariat. You can contact us, Ms. Gonzalez, through our email, support@uigreenmetric.com for these technical issues. So the university should provide the institution name, the indicator code, the intended value, attach evidence, and then showing any related screenshot or any record that showing the value you had previously been entered. So we encourage you to contact our email and then regarding the submission related questions. And for future submissions, the university should save screenshot or export a final internal copy before and after submissions. Then you can conduct a second person review for every indicators, whether the missing value can be still considered must be confirmed by the secretariat or it should not be promised on behalf of the assessors. I hope that answer your questions, Ms. Gonzalez.
Thank you, Dr. Rami. Another question from Pangasinan State University, Ms. Joyce Camille Caragas. How will and should universities confront issues about artificial intelligence and data centers while it strives to pursue higher energy and climate change scores?
For the AI and data centers, okay, thank you for your questions, Ms. Paragas. Yeah, universities should not treat AI adoptions and energy performance as separate issues, I think. AI and data centers can can increase the electricity demand, for example, cooling requirement, water use, and carbon emissions. So their expansion should be governed through measurable energy and climate policies. And under UI GreenMetric, university should address this through both the category of energy and climate change and governance and digitalizations. So the newest category of UI GreenMetric is governance and digitalizations. It consists of AI and IoT or Internet of Things subcategory. For example, in the governance and digitalizations category, it examined the institutional policies for AI and Internet of Things, as well as the use of ICT for sustainability planning, monitoring and evaluations. And under the category of energy and climate change, it also assessed the electricity use per campus population, renewable energy production, smart buildings, and carbon footprint. So, for example, before expanding an AI laboratory or a university data center, the institutions can establish an energy baseline. So you can measure server and cooling consumptions, improve equipment utilizations and power management system, or maybe include the resulting emissions in its carbon inventory. So data center efficiency should be monitored over time rather than assumed from the installations of newer technology. And I think the key principle in here is responsible digitalizations. Universities should use AI where it produces clear academic or operational value while transparently measuring and reducing its energy, water, carbon impacts. And a higher score should result from verified efficiency and emissions reductions, not from avoiding necessary digital development or simply adding more AI infrastructure. I hope that answered your questions, Ms. Paragas.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rami. So, a question from Don Mariano Marcos, Memorial State University, Ma'am Marlene Amante. Kindly give example of gender and development initiative to support the UIGM.
Interesting. So yeah, thank you very much for your questions, Ms. Amante. For the Gender and Development Initiative, can support the UI Grand Metric when it strengthens the inclusions, equitable leadership, safety, and accountable governance. So, for example, university may implement a gender responsive and safe campus program that includes leadership development for women one of our indicator, it calculate the highest committee for the university that has women in their highest level structures in the university. And also we include the lactations and maternity facilities, and also accessible reporting channels for sexual harassment, and any gender-related sensitivity training and annual evaluations of complaint and program outcomes. So those activities may relate to the indicators on female leadership representations and inclusive campus facilities. And also in the governance and digitalizations category, we include the whistleblowing and complaint systems and institutional code of ethics. So the university should document these policies, participants, facilities, and implementation result and evaluation findings. So it is important to map each activity only to the indicator it genuinely support, and avoid counting the same initiative without indicator specific evidence. So I hope that answer your questions.
Thank you, Dr. Rami. We have a question from Sir Richard Dar de la Cruz of Ilocos Sur Polytechnic State College. He has two questions. How do the awareness, training, and evaluation phases outlined in the 2026 UI GreenMetric agenda assist state universities and colleges in ASEAN countries to prepare credible sustainability reports? Why is strict verification of the authenticity of submitted documents essential? And what risks could arise if unverified or inaccurate data is used in the ranking?
Okay, so it's related to the awareness training, evaluations, and document authenticity. Thank you very much for the questions, Mr. De La Cruz. Yes, so maybe I will answer about the strict verifications in the UI GreenMetric. So UI GreenMetric is very different from the HE. I said the HE impact ranking, or maybe QS sustainability rankings, because we have the strict verifications which relies more on sustainability, on self-reported institutional data that's supported by the evidence. So any inaccurate or unauthentic document could produce unfair scores, and also distort comparisons and damage the credibility of both institutions and the ranking. And it will lead the other university to make decisions using unreliable benchmark. And the guideline therefore requires evidence to be complete, and also provide the quantitative and qualitative data and consistent across of the category. So any missing evidence may reduce the relevant score. So for example, you said that the awareness training and evaluations help universities move from simply knowing the criteria to producing consistent and credible sustainability information. So I think this is a good step for the Philippines higher educations institutions, that in this awareness phase, university can identify, or university leaders and offices could identify and understand which indicator and which responsibility. And you can divide into three steps: awareness, and then evaluations, sorry, training, and then evaluations. So during the training, the staff of the university can learn how to define reporting boundaries, calculate values, and prepare evidence. And during evaluations, the university can check whether the reported values, calculations, reporting periods, and any supporting documents are consistent. So for example, an internal review team can compare the electricity figure entered in the questionnaire with utility bills, campus coverage, and the reported populations before the submission. So yes, strict verifications is very essential to reduce the inaccurate or authentic document. I hope that answer your questions, Mr. De La Cruz.
Thank you, Dr. Rami. We're down to our last two questions. The first is from the Urdaneta City University, Ma'am Mara G. Pelaez. For universities offering teacher education programs, what types of sustainability initiatives or educational innovations are considered the strongest entries for the UIGM rankings?
Thank you very much for the questions, Ms. Palace. The strongest entries are initiatives that integrate the sustainability into teacher preparations, also student practice, research, and community engagement. In Indonesia, we call it Tridharma, that consists of the teaching, research, and also community engagement with clear evidence of outcomes. So, for example, a teacher education program could embed climate educations or maybe disaster risk reductions, inclusive educations, or maybe sustainable consumptions into course learning outcomes. So student teachers could then apply these themes through lesson plans, teaching demonstrations, school-based project, and community outreach. Under the UI GreenMetric, a course is counted as a sustainability related only when sustainability is meaningful part of the learning outcomes, not merely a brief topic. So a particularly strong example would be Sustainable Schools Teaching Laboratory, where pre-service teachers develop and test classroom modules on waste reductions, for example. And then the university could support this with syllabus or maybe syllabi, student output, and also a participant list until the evidence of community impact. And I think this initiative may contribute to the sustainability courses, um, like teaching, community engagement, research, and international collaborations, and provide that each indicator is supported by specific evidence. Yeah, I think it's Sustainable Schools Teaching Laboratory will be the strongest example that I will give. I hope that answers your questions, Miss Palais.
Thank you, Dr. Rami. And for our very last question from Metro Dagupan College, Mr. John Emil Agpoon, how long can a new participant receive the keyword and username? We failed to submit our entry last year because we did not receive the keyword and username.
I see. Okay, thank you very much for the questions, Mr. Akpon. Um, you, I mean, have you sent us an email through support@uigrandmatric.com? Because our secretariat usually can give you university's username and also password maybe only within 2 days. Maybe you can email us support@uigrandmatric.com, and then we can give you username and the password. So you could give us the email, including your university's full name, also official contact person, institutional email address, and the date of the earlier request. So if no response is received, which is, I'm very sorry, after a reasonable follow-up period, you can resend the request with previous correspondent attached and the copy of the relevant national coordinator where applicable. So I think the Philippines has already a national coordinator, right, Miss Sabrina?
Yeah, Batangas State University.
I see. So maybe you can contact the national coordinator if there is no response from us, and then we can check on that national coordinator where applicable. I'm really
Thank you,
sorry,
Dr.
Mr.
Rami. Thank you,
Akun.
Dr. Rami, and thank you for the questions, our dear participants. So if you have any questions, all of their contact details are in our chat box, including their emails and WhatsApp, so you can directly contact them for any questions in the future. So at this juncture, I invite everyone to please turn on your cameras and we can take our photo session. We have five panels in Zoom. And then after this, we can present the certificates of participation. Hey, everyone. Please smile in 3, 2, 1. Okay, next po. 3, 2, 1. And third slide, please smile. And second to the last one. And last one. Okay, thank you everyone for turning on your cameras. At this juncture, I'll invite our internationalization focal, Dr. Algerald Bardes, so he can present the certificates of appreciation. And thank you everyone for joining today's session despite the very bad weather here in our region. Dr. Al, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Chloe, and thank you very much, UI GreenMetric. Indeed, it was a very rich discussion. At the same time, the questions are very good. That's why it brought a lot of insights from our speakers at the same time to our participants. So I mentioned in my last message, Ched is very aggressive in pushing for net zero energy campus. So this is indeed a good avenue for us to know, especially our HEIs, how they can really attain sustainability and advocate, promote sustainability in their campuses. So thank you very much for sharing the different standards and assessment criteria. And now we give our commendation and appreciation through our certificates. So may we Okay, flash the certificates. May I read first to Dr. Vishnu Juwono, the chairperson of UI GreenMetric, in grateful recognition and sincere appreciation of his invaluable contribution as a resource person during the UI GreenMetric World University Rankings Information Session organized by CHED RO1 under Project Link for ASEAN 2026, leveraging international networks and knowledge, given the 6th day of August 2026, signed by our Regional Director, Dr. Cherry Melanie Ancheta Diego, CESO 3. Thank you very much, Dr. Vishnu. Another certificate, same certificate is given to Dr. Sabrina Hikma Ramidianti. Thank you very much, Ma'am Sabrina. Ma'am Sabrina has been constantly coordinating with us. So thank you very much for your presence, Dr. Sabrina, the Manager of Program, Partnerships, and Communications of UI GreenMetric. And of course, we have Dr. Rami Hum, the Manager of Operations, Data, and Service Development of UI GreenMetric. So thank you very much for answering all our questions. So you have provided us a lot of insights. So thank you very much, Dr. Rami. And of course, we would like also to give our certificate, the certificate of appreciation to UI GreenMetric. So that's simple simple manifestation of our appreciation, but hopefully we can see you soon on site so we can also give you some tokens coming from the northern part of the Philippines, the Ilocos region. Thank you very much. And to our participants, we will give you your certificates after accomplishing the evaluation form. So thank you very much for your participation, dear participants, and of course for the expertise of our speakers from UI GreenMetric. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. Before we conclude our session today, our team will flash the evaluation form, which you can use to get your certificates. So we will also provide the link in our chat box. But before that, to formally end this, we will play the ASEAN hymn. And please, we encourage everyone to join the next iteration of the UI Green Metric, especially it's free of charge. So this can greatly help your HEIs, guys, and furthering your sustainability initiatives. So please scan our QR code and our technical team will play the ASEAN hymn for our closing.
Before that, Chloe, may I also announce that the entries for our Timpuyog, that's our ASEAN conference and competitions, we will extend the deadline since classes and work are suspended today because of the typhoon. Then we will extend the deadline up to Monday next week. That's August 10. So to give you ample time to send your entries, so you won't have to go to your schools now because it's dangerous. Safety first. So please send your entries up to next week. That's Monday, August 10. Thank you very much for your active participation.
Whisper in the breeze, it calls our name. Across the seas, we are the same. Through tides that rise, through storms that wane, we sail as one beneath the sun. One vision, one ocean, together in motion. We rise, we shine, we reach for the sky. One heart, one dream, through the waters we gleam. ASEAN, we are one till the end of time.
The stars above, they light our way from golden dawns to dusky grays. We weave the threads of hope today. With every shore, we dream for more.
One vision, one ocean, together in motion. We rise, we shine, we reach for the sky. One heart, one dream, through the waters we gleam. ASEAN, we are one till the end of time. One vision, one ocean, together in motion. We rise, we shine, we reach for the sky. One heart, one dream, through the waters we gleam. ASEAN, we are one till the end of
Thank you, everyone, and we hope you stay safe during these bad weather. And please see in the chat box our reminders from UIGM. Thank you, and our Zoom will be open until 12, so you guys can see the evaluation QR code. Thank you. Have a great day.